Hi everybody. So the topic of this video is going to be Alzheimer's dementia. My soon after my brother passed away, within just a couple of years, my mother started showing some signs of some memory issues, and I guess she was 53 when he passed away. 53. And it does not run in our family. And I truly believe that it's my own personal belief, but I believe that she willed herself to forget. She started repeating things. That's how it started out. She would tell me a story, and I'd say, yeah, Ma, you told me that. And she'd say, oh, I did? And she'd tell me again. And then she started having trouble at work retaining information. And one day, I don't even know the details of why she would be taking a motor vehicle road test with one of the agents, but I get a knock at the door, and it's the motor vehicle agent and my mother. And she was, actually the agent asked me, she told me that they had done the road test and that she felt my mother was unsafe and that she kind of rolled through a stop sign, and she hoped that I would tell her that they would be revoking her license. So we're talking about a woman who, like I said in a previous video, when she was driving cab in the daytime and my dad would take it at night, she had picked up this creepy guy who had made a comment that, oh, your husband lets you out here by yourself, and what would you do if you were approached by somebody? Like, how would you handle that? And she looked down at her console and she said, well, she picks up her 357 Magnum and she says, I would just use this 357 Magnum. And she was a straight shooter. She was. She practiced at Shooter's World and at the shooting ranges, and she knew what she was doing. This is a tough lady. You know, she was very high functioning, very intelligent, very hardworking gal who did the office, took care of the office side of the business with the billing and the bookkeeping and such, and on top of that, she had 4 children that were heavily involved in sports and musical instruments, and one of us was always going somewhere, and had an immaculate house, was always clean. And so to have her sitting in my living room at, in her mid-50s and telling her that, you're not going to be able to drive anymore, Ma. No more independence. You might as well. I mean, you just saw her, it just broke her spirit, So, she, over the next couple of years, got progressively worse. She was obviously diagnosed with it, and got progressively worse. But the thing was, she always stayed. We never worried about her leaving the house. She was able to stay in her own home, and we were, we would do things like, we made it safe. Therefore, we took the knobs off the stove. We unplugged it. Went through and made sure that that she was safe in there, and we always made sure every day we shared the responsibility. My little brother and my sister and I, my little sister and I, we all shared the responsibility of caring for her in the home. We made sure that every day one of us was there to make sure she had at least one, home cooked meal, that she was eating well, and that she took her medications and that sort of thing. And my sister only lived a few blocks away, so she picked up the extra day, but my brother and I took 2 days. We each took 2 days, and she had the extra because she lived closer. And each day we'd go over there and we would take care of that. And my brother did all the shopping, and my sister did all of the appointments, and I did all the bathing and the medication stuff, the blood pressures, and incredibly proud of them. I mean, I just can't even, it just baffles me. But anyhow, we got through that, and one day, I actually had gone on vacation, and my brother and sister picked up the extra day so I could go, and apparently my mother had gotten out of the house, and the neighbors and the police ended up getting a hold of my sister somehow. I don't even know how they arranged it. I wasn't in the country even. But it turns out she had this raging urinary tract infection and just got incredibly confused, and so my sister took her to the VA, and they didn't have a dementia unit or anything like that, so they ended up putting her in the psych unit, which is, I mean, total different ball game. So my mother spent her 60th birthday on the psych unit of the VA. And shortly after that, they transferred her out to an inpatient hospice just to get her medication regulated, and then she was going to go home. But then she complained of pain, which she never complained of pain. So I just assumed, they'd give Tylenol, and I asked them to give her pain medication, and I guess they were giving her morphine. So, which is fine. It's just, I felt guilty, because within a few weeks, she had declined so badly that she ended up passing away. Actually, within a couple weeks. I think she was there 2 weeks. And she passed away. And I really am passionate about that, and have worked a lot with people with Alzheimer's, dementia, throughout my years as a nurse. And it's really heart-wrenching for the family. And I just want you all to know that I am here to help you with that. If you are somebody that's going through that, reach out to me. I can help walk you through that. I don't wish that on anybody, so it's rough. And you have to find some kind of, you got to laugh sometimes. I mean, we would go over there. We had to cover all the mirror. We would have to cover the mirrors because she didn't recognize herself anymore. And we would find old pictures of us, like from the 70s, like tucked in, like between the wall and the outlet. There was like a little frame in the bathroom. We'd find socks in the freezer. My brother would go and spend $150 on groceries, which was a lot back then. And I'd come over and find the freezer door open, and everything was completely thawed. Who knows how long it was open. We'd find very important papers, in her magazines. But she was comical about it. She's funny, And I remember one day I picked her up I was going to take her to Rock Springs to get her a pie that she liked. And she gets in the truck, and she looks over and she catches her reflection in the side mirror, and she said, "That bitch follows me everywhere." So, Mom, we're going to kick her out. Okay? You don't have to worry about her anymore. She goes, "Yeah, well, she stole my damn jacket too." She's wearing her own jacket. I was like, I don't mean to laugh about it, but you got to kind of find the humor in that, because, she trusted us, and once we told her it was going to be fine, she was okay with that. So that's probably where I got my sixth sense of humor. So anyhow, I'll do more on that. I'm being beckoned, so I will get back to you guys. Have a great day. Thanks.